I'm never going to get a girlfriend. So I've just got back home now, and what I'm going to do is we're going to create a sample of this grass I've just cut from the field. Fortunately, Jane's out at the moment, because if she's the mess I'm making in the kitchen, she will go bonkers. But hopefully we can get all this cleaned up before she gets home. Okay, so what we're going to do now is put these in the oven. Fortunately, I've got my little kitchen area in here, which is meant to be my working space when I'm doing interesting batch cooking and butchery and stuff. So Jane can't really moan about me being in here. So, put the two samples in the oven. We're going to stick that, I reckon, on 60 degrees. We're not going to end up with a fire with that. So we'll leave them in the oven now for about 4 or 5 hours. We'll reweigh them. And then after we've reweighed them, we'll put them back in the oven for another hour, weigh them again, and that'll just make sure that we've got all the moisture out of there and we know exactly where we're at. So we'll come back soon. Right, so the grass samples have been in the oven now. I actually left them in overnight, so these are definitely going to be dry. So they've changed quite a lot. It's 4 days since we were in the. It's 4 days since we mowed the field for hay in May, and I think we're nearly there. And sadly, I think we're as good as we're going to get. There is still some green in the nodes. You might be able to see there. There's still some green in the nodes. So we're not going to be down at 15–16% moisture. I think we'll probably be a little bit more than that still. But sadly, we've got a thunderstorm coming in tomorrow, and that looks like it's going to set in for about lunchtime through the rest of the afternoon. And it just seems a real shame to get this wet now. It's going to make really good haylage at this, I'm guessing. I think we're going to call it good at that. But it just seems a damn shame to get it wet. Let's get it done. Paul's on the rake now. Slightly oversized tractor, 6R215. Which is arguably miles too big for pulling this 6.5 metre rake. But yeah, all the tractors are tied up. So he's going to whiz around, rake it up. So we're raking. Paul's just going around now doing the first boundary pass. Might be throwing it a little bit too much. I think we'll just turn the PTO down a little bit. I think just flicking it a bit far. That running that at 500 now. So I've just got to increase the rotor speed but reduce its forward speed. See straight away how that's leaving it much cleaner. It's making a much better job. Really important to balance, getting on and getting a good job done. And just a few little tweaks of settings on all the different machines, all the machines are the same. A few little tweaks and change the settings and you're making a better job. But that's much cleaner now, leaving a much cleaner job. Now it's just slowed down a bit. It's looking lovely though. I still think we could get away without wrapping this, But I'd be more confident if we weren't going to wrap it. I'd be more confident baling it tomorrow evening. But with that rain forecast, it just seems daft to risk it. So I'm baling on the 6R185. This is our Kuhn baler, FB 3130. We've had this baler. This is going into its 3rd season now. We've had this. This is 2-year-old. So far, we've been absolutely chuffed to bits with it. We've got a full set of knives in. I think we are going to. Not sure whether to chop this or not, really. Might speak to Paul, see what he thinks, whether we should chop it or leave it long. So we'll probably leave it long, I guess. See what he thinks. We've definitely got dust there. You see how the contour, the rake really well follows the contours of the land really well. It just pops up on the hydraulics. Just back into this corner now. A little bit more. Ooh, that's dusty. How about that for the just at the end of the first week of May, really? Just beginning the second week. Just doing these little cuttings now. So, pulls me around the field twice. I better start baling because Norbs from Mobberley Angus has just turned up. Here he is, give us a wave. Norbs is going to come rapping for us. You right, Mobberley Angus?
Good, you?
Rough track?
Yeah.
It is a bit rough down there, isn't it?
John Deere paint all you wear.
Say again?
John Deere paint all you
It's not, yeah, no, it's not John Deere paint. We've been on the colour run with the rugby club, the little fella. But yeah, I was on the green paint stand, as you can see.
Just thought you loved your tractor so much.
Greened myself up.
Against.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? Yeah. We told George that the tractor was melting. Hot, innit? What do you reckon then? Making hay in May. It's ideal for haymaking. It's not ideal for anything else. So we're baling. First bales of 2025. Be nice if the first bale of the year nets properly. Let's get out and have a look. And that's not too bad. It's quite a nice bale. Pretty cool.
This is how I bale my hay. I bale it both night and day. Blame it on humidity, baby. I'm driving straight down the road. I'm driving real fast for show. Blame it on the thunderstorm, baby. When the last bale is done, I kick it out on the run, even if it is just a baby. I'll take the hay home to feed. The cattle will eat with glee. Blame it on the perfect bale, baby. Bale. 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 Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey.
You see the kicker on the back? Just drops it nice, it's ready for loading onto the trailer.
bale.
So we've been back to get the trailers and the telehandler. We left George in the field just to keep on crow duty. Last year we had loads of problems with crows. We left the bales out overnight and next morning the crows have been pecking like mad on the bales. So I don't know whether some people have a theory that the black bales are more prone or less prone than the lighter coloured bales to getting pecked at. I don't know what your experiences are. If you've got any experience on whether you think crows peck at black bales more or less than the light green ones, please let us know. Not sure that makes any difference or not really. We'll get these all loaded up now, back to the yard. Paul's just loading the bales up now onto my trailer. We've got this squeeze, it's probably not ideal. Now we're end stacking. A pair of soft hands or one of those ones that clamps over the top would be much better. This puts a bit of pressure on the side of the bales and deforms them slightly. It works, it's working. Let us know in the comments whether you think that's a bit abusive on the bales and whether we should swap the attachment or whether you're all using similar things. The nice thing with that one is you can take the little rollers off and use it as a twin pair of spikes from straw, but maybe one of those soft hands or slightly different attachments would be better. So that's the field cleared. Got all the bales on 2 trailers. Let's get these strapped up now. That's the job done. We'll go back and just test the sample we've got out of interest to see what the moisture content's at. Right, I've had this hay in the oven again overnight. This is a sample we collected out of the field just as we were baling yesterday. That's the information. So the sample we got out of the field before we baled, the sample was 108 grams to start with, 88 grams after it come out of the oven, 20 grams of water, 18.5% moisture. So I think we can finally say we've made hay in May. Now, to be fair, it's a small sample. There were some bits, I saw as we were looking through the field, there's still got some moisture left in the nodes. So I think it's the safest bet to have wrapped it as we did. And I think certainly if we'd have baled it this afternoon, we'd have definitely been down to sort of 15-16%. But I'm well chuffed. We've made hay in May.